Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm new. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Judith, and if you're new here, this is Urban Wanderlust, and I make videos all about the behind the scenes of a candle business. I'm super excited to record today's video because I feel like I've tried to do this so many times and it's never really happened. But it's a beautiful day. We got some great natural sunlight, which is the #1 key to filming what we're gonna film today, which is how I take my product photos. And I'm gonna show you the apps that I use, how I edit, backdrops, props, everything. If that's something that you're looking forward to seeing, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's get started. The #1 thing that you need for taking really great photo is lighting, whether that be natural lighting coming from your window or one of those ring lights. I personally have always used natural lighting. I've never purchased one of those ring lights. I always wait for a really beautiful sunny day, take all of my products and my props, set it up on the floor with my backdrop and take overhead shots, or I set it up against the table that's near the window and take my photos from there. You can even go to a nice park and take some photos outside or on a balcony. Just be careful that if it's too sunny, you can get a really bad glare in your photos. So that's something that you just have to be wary about. Next thing you need for really good photos, actually you don't need it, it's more of a want than a necessity, are backdrops. So I love using these. These are from Replica Surfaces. I love that they have really great realistic looking backdrops that are like stain proof. You can drop some wine on it, whatever, and it wipes clean. These are from Replica Surfaces and they are super durable and lightweight. You can take them anywhere you like. These are their regular sizes. They also have really long boards in case you're selling clothing, and I love it. This is my absolute favorite. You probably noticed this from my website. I use this wood floor one the most, and I have this gray cement. My second favorite, actually I use this one for the holidays. My second favorite is this pink marble. So I love that they are super durable and cleanable. And actually, the one thing that I really do like about them is that they come with these little L brackets. Let me show you. All right, so what I love is that they come with these L brackets. They actually allow you to have two boards standing up like this. That gives you that kind of fake background effect. So you just kind of stick it on here like this. Then you just slide one right up on the top like this. Trying to make this smooth for YouTube, people. All right, there you go. So then you have something that looks like that. And if my fan isn't like blowing all over the place, it stands up beautifully that way. This can be your backdrop and that's your bottom. And then when you take photos from this angle, it looks gorgeous. So my little stand is like this. If I'm taking photos from this angle, you can either go like that or I can flip it around the other way. All right, so let's pretend I was taking a photo of my bamboo coconut. So I just get my candle. This is an overhead shot, so it's gonna look like a layover. And obviously my candle's gonna roll all over the place. So I use this little stopper. It's actually the bottom of my laptop that fell off. And boom, there you go. Let me turn this fan off. Window is here. I have the blinds up because it's a little bit too much sunlight. But there you go. So what you do is you have your products there. And since this is a dark background, what I would actually do is kind of like throw something in there like that. Just let it fall naturally and kind of zoom in this way. Take all the photos, move it around, move things around. That's the key about photography, is constantly moving things. Actually, I love that the sweater is kind of like falling, and this is just a cardigan. It's not like a special prop or anything like that. I would take that photo. Actually, I took this very same photo for my holiday fragrances. I'll insert that here, and you'll see, just grab a lot of props, drop it in the camera, move it around your frame, visualize how you want to edit your photo so that you know you're probably not gonna use the entire circumference of your camera. You're probably gonna cut it down into a square, which is your Instagram grid. So remember to keep things within frame when you're taking your photos. I like very bright, natural lit photos because that's my aesthetic. So whatever your aesthetic is, if it's dark and moody, then you set the tone. So if you don't have any backdrops that you can use for your photography, you can use just common furniture that you have in your home, find a nice little area. You can get things like this from Michael's, set it up in a nice little vase, put your candle there, find a nice angle and snap a few photos like that. Use any and everything that you can use. I bought this from Marshall's. It's like a slab of, actually no, I bought this from Target. This is like a slab of granite, and I knew that this was gonna be really nice for photos. I actually used this a lot during my destination collection for photos that you see on my website. So anything like that can be used for backdrop. It doesn't necessarily have to be those replica surfaces boards. You can even have it laying down, take overhead shots, whatever it is that you like. I'm sliding furniture all over my home just to get it in the best position for lighting, but anything can be used for photos. Next most important thing about taking product photos is your camera. What are you using? Whether you're using a professional camera or your iPhone, Android, whatever, anything will do. Just make sure that the quality is clear and crisp, because you want those really natural looking, realistic photos for your website, social media. I feel like that's what really attracts people. So I used to have a professional camera to take my photos with, but it was always hard to just figure out the settings and learn how to use it. So I ended up selling that, and I do everything with my iPhone. I record on YouTube with my iPhone, and I take product photos with my iPhone. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I feel has really great features like the cinematic view, which allows me to record in 4K. When I take all of my photos, they're in portrait mode. I feel like it gives it a really nice blurred background effect, which makes you focus on the product itself. So whether you like that blurred background effect or not, that's something that you can always edit and just fix while you're taking the photos. But I prefer portrait mode because it really focuses every single detail on your product. When you're looking at that photo and editing it on your computer or on your phone, the more you zoom in, it's still gonna capture every single natural detail because of the portrait mode. Sometimes when you're taking photos and you're not using the portrait mode and you zoom in very close, it begins to lose focus. So I really prefer the portrait mode instead. So the only app I use to edit my photo is called Preview app. It allows you to upload it onto their website, configure your grid however you like, and add whatever type of edits or effects you like. I was trying to find the right word. I actually only ever use 2 filters within this app because I like my photos to look as natural as possible. So I'll show you exactly the steps that I take to edit my photos now. The first thing I like to do is increase the brightness. Even though I'm using natural light, I still like it to be just a touch lighter. Sometimes I'll actually reduce the saturation in the photo, and that just takes away some of the yellow and orange hues that you see in pics. Then I will actually go back into vibrance and increase it a little bit, and it just gives it back its natural color. The only 2 filters I actually like to use are white 2, and I use DD2, and I usually select it between a 3 or a 5 depending on how bright the photo already is. Then I save that, go back into my filters, and the second filter I use on top of that is summer, and it gives it a nice warm glow. I always use W2 between the ranges of 3 and 5 because I love the way it gives it this really nice warmth. And then you're all done. What I'm doing next is just cropping it down to a square so that it can fit into the Instagram app. You don't have to do that here because you can do that on the Instagram app yourself. And then that's it, you're all done. Another really cool feature about this app is that you can write your captions, save it for later, and you can plan ahead your entire week or even month, however far you want to get. I've never actually planned more than a couple of weeks. Actually, just a couple of days. But anyway, you can also save all of your hashtags that you would like to use within social media. I love that feature. You can even schedule for it to post later on into Instagram directly from this app. And now that Instagram has allowed that integration, it's a wonderful addition. Well, that concludes this video. I hope that you guys found those tips useful and helpful for you when taking product photography. If you enjoyed that video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.